beautiful people, and welcome. This is Nazanin Marashian, Love and Heart Art. Deep dive into tools for empowerment and healing. The focus of season 1 of my podcast is about stepping into personal power and sharing different ways and processes and insights into accessing the magnitude of light, beauty, and abundance and reclaiming all of who you are. Today, as I'm recording, it is the 14th of February, so Valentine's Day. But my posting schedule will have this arriving to you later in the month. But nonetheless, I wanted to ride this wave of what this day means for me. Someone who loves love. It may not have a significance for some of you, but I love Valentine's Day because for me, it's a special day. It always has been, whether I've been partnered or not. Because what I have learned and embodied is being my own lover and cultivating the most important relationship I can have in my life. And that is the relationship with myself. And what is really empowering about that is that there is no condition for happiness or my celebration for this day. I was reflecting on the story of St. Valentine, whom Valentine's Day sort of represents. And some of you may know this story. There's different versions of the story and the many miracles that he's been attributed in performing. But the main story is that he lived in Rome in the 3rd century at the time of the Emperor Claudius II. Now, Claudius was a pagan, and this is a time of rising Christianity, and there was very strict laws about what Christians were allowed to do. And Claudius believed that Roman soldiers had to be completely devoted to Rome and passed laws preventing them from marrying if they were Christians. So St. Valentine began marrying these soldiers in secret Christian ceremonies. And this was the beginning of his reputation for believing in the importance of love and the power of love. Of course, he was eventually found out and jailed for his crimes against the emperor and executed on the 14th of February in the year 207 BCE. So isn't that interesting? So that day, the 14th of February, has become a memorial of, or a remembrance of the importance of love. And interestingly, it wasn't until the Middle Ages that celebrating this day even became popular with its various symbolisms. But anyway, I'm not here to go into a history lesson, as fascinating as I find it. Rather, the contemplation is on the power and potency of love. And to be able to love without conditions and dogma. I just love it. And that's what Valentine's Day is for me. It's not the hearts and the roses and the commercialism. But it's this day of acknowledging and remembering the commitment and that marriage within the self. The unification of the divine masculine and the divine feminine within me is what I celebrate on Valentine's Day. And that marriage, that commitment to myself to show up and love me in the fullness and unconditionally, that is my divine right and my beingness in the world. And all of us can access that through really honouring and valuing who we are. Because anything external to us is limited. Of course, it can be wonderful to have a relationship. And if you are in a relationship and it's wonderful and you're enjoying it, you are in the joy of it, celebrate all of that. But where I am at in my life at the moment, and what I'm growing more and more into, is that I must always allow time for loving and honoring myself in a daily way, not just on a Valentine's Day, that I am honoring the lover within me and bringing forward all that joyfulness, that blissfulness, that excitement, that special and intentional way of honoring myself. And however they might look like for you. But for me, I have a weekly date night that I schedule in with myself, and I do all the things that light me up and fill my cup. And I call it date night because it's not, I'm engaging in my hobby night. It's very intentional. I am taking myself out or staying in, whatever the activity is, but it's very intentional in the same way that I would go on a date with someone where, or you're giving them your attention, your time, your space, you're creating new memories, you're being present with them. I do all of that for myself. And it's such a beautiful way of bringing back my personal power like this. Because when you come from a place of wholeness, you come from a place where you've met all of your needs in every way, then sharing that with another expands you. And there's no then condition, like every day is Valentine's Day. Every day is a celebration of that marriage of unification within yourself, right? I encourage you all to do that and do whatever is fun for you. Have a date night for yourself. I love dinners out, movies, theatre, rom-coms with a big bowl of popcorn, whatever. Just taking myself there, giving myself that time, that intentional time and space where I honour myself, where I dress up and take myself out for a fun and fulfilling experience. And for those of you who do that know what I'm talking about and how great it is. But for many, I know it's hard to be with yourself. We are living in this busy time with too much stimulation. There's this constant noise, social media, scrolling, films, friends, family, relationships, even that constantly listening to music. It's giving yourself just some quiet time to go, hey, how can I honor myself today? How can I take myself on a regular date night? How to be my own lover and set aside time for me and prioritizing me in a way that is really intentional. Because time is our most precious gift. And if you're like me and you're a busy mummy, working, you got lots going on, or just busy, we're living in this chronic busyness, you can't buy back time. And scheduling an intentional date night with yourself, as you would in a partnership, you give yourself that time to refill and replenish and honor the inner lover within you. And when you give all of that to yourself first, joyfully, then it's mirrored back to you in your life. You become a super attractor of whatever it is that you are giving to yourself. It magnetizes. And it magnetizes yourself to a deeper layer of love and personal power. Love is the most expansive and highest vibration. Giving yourself this deliciousness of honor and love and respect and time will really launch you into a space of beauty and centeredness and fulfillment. There is this construct that happiness comes when you are with somebody, when you're partnered up. But my belief is that you need to be happy first and be fulfilled first and be enlivened and be with yourself comfortably. And then you expand on that, whether someone is sitting or standing next to you or not. You're high on life. Date night, everyone. Okay? Do it. You deserve the wonders and the flavors and the colors and the beauty of all that you are seeking. And give it to yourself first. Sending you all a ray of blissful heart-shaped loveliness and encouragement on your next date night with yourself. Until next time, beauties. Thanks for listening. I've really enjoyed this share. And reach out if you'd like to work with me in reclaiming your personal power and various processes that I have. NazaninMarashian.com on the website, at NazaninMarashian on Instagram. And until next time, Nazanin Marashian, love and heart, art.